Good morning. I hope you're well this morning. I'd like to speak to you from the scriptures. Last couple of devotions that I've done, we've been reading Genesis chapter 1, and we've done the first and the second day, as I remember, and today we're going to look at the third day. So we read from verse 9 that God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. So what we're looking at is a glass of water that I've just thought I'd use to help us to think about the subject. And I want to encourage you this morning to when we read our Bibles, to really trust that what you're reading is truth. And today, more and more, we can see that Scripture, that the Bible in particular, is coming under attack, and people are not going to want to believe that it's absolute truth. And for a long time now, people have said that it's myth and it's legend, and it can't be relied on, that scientifically it's been proven to be wrong, which is absolutely not the case. So I love this part of Scripture. I love Genesis, first couple of chapters. I love to see creation and consider that God's made it. But I really want to encourage you that you can trust when you read how God made the world. That's what he did, and that's how he did it. So scientists like evidence, and I love to look at how things are made up. I'm not really a scientist, but it does interest me. And so in doing some research about water, which you can do, you can find out some quite amazing things. So with regards to the earth, you can discover that 70% of the earth's surface is water, and that's a lot of water. And living in Bradford, we don't really see that much water. It's kind of hard to imagine that when God made the world, that he made it out of the water. And I don't know if the scripture's still there, but there's a place in Hull called the Deep, and there used to be a scripture there that said, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth was out form and void, and darkness was on the face of the deep, and the place was called the Deep. But it's hard to imagine that the world could be made of water unless you spend a lot of time near the sea or on the sea. But that's the case. And I read an article recently, didn't read it all properly, but the article was essentially saying that scientists, or some scientists, had discovered that the earth seemed to have been a water world, that it was basically water. And that's caused some interest, because scientists don't understand how the water has got to the earth. And one of the things that they're saying is that billions of years ago, if they can even imagine what billions of years was, that the earth was not anywhere near as hot the sun was not anywhere near as hot as it was that time ago. The sun's getting hotter, and all that time ago it would be quite a lot colder this far from the sun. And so for the water to be on the earth, it would have been frozen, and they don't understand how it is that there could have been so much water and where all the water's gone. So the other interesting thing is, I always think that we're reading the third day in this part of Scripture, and humans pretty much can't go more than 3 days without taking fluid, and that 50%, in fact 60% of the human body is made up of water, and God's created life out of the water. And so maybe you take some time to read Genesis first few verses, and read on the third day how God's gathered together the seas and the dry land has appeared. And then maybe next time we'll look at the next few verses where God brings forth the grass and the herbs that yield seed. So just simply this morning, I want to pray that you have a good day. The Lord bless you and keep you. Spend some time reading Scripture and trust that you're reading God's truth, that He creates life and He has created the heavens and the earth for us to live on, and He's the giver of life. And I pray that He'd bless you and give you life today. Enjoy your day. God bless you now. Bye.